Welcome back to Inside the Heat. During his time in Seattle, Rashard Lewis became a fan favorite, and he teamed up with Ray Allen in the 2004-2005 season. Together, that duo led the Sonics to 52 wins and a Pacific Division title. In those 9 years with the Supersonics, Rashard grew into an all-star and set a franchise record with 973 three-point field goals that still stands today. Now, as a free agent in 2007, with the situation in Seattle changing, Rashard felt it was time to move on. So he sought out teams that were championship contenders. The Orlando Magic were at the top of his list. In 2007, through a sign and trade transaction, you moved back to the East Coast and into Florida with the move to the Orlando Magic. What was that like for you at that point in your career?
It was different because obviously playing in Seattle for 9 years, I really wanted to continue to play there because I fell so much in love with the city of Seattle. But when I saw Ray Allen get traded to the Boston Celtics, and I think that kind of made closure for me that it's time for me to move on and go play somewhere else because obviously this team was about to start over, start rebuilding. And I was already 9 years in the NBA, and I felt like it's time for me to be in the playoffs, try to win an NBA championship. And then that's when the Orlando Magic came calling.
What a nice fit alongside Heat-Rashard and Dwight Howard, and with Jameer Nelson, you guys formed a great nucleus for some very good Orlando teams. What was it like playing with those guys?
You know, Orlando was really high on my list because obviously they had a center, a young guy, Dwight Howard. If you look at the history of NBA champions, they have a dominant big man. You got to have a dominant big man to try to win the NBA championship. When I made that decision to go to Orlando, like you said, Jameer Nelson was a guy coming out of St. Joseph that was one of the dominant point guards at the time. Heat-Rashard was a great player. I mean, we had a lot of talent on the team, and Stan Van Gundy was a great coach, and he made sure we played hard and played defense. And then we was able to shoot a lot of threes and let Dwight control the paint down low.
At 6'10", Rashard Lewis transitioned well into the power forward position with the Magic, and during the 2008-2009 season, he led Orlando in three-point field goals made with 220.
Lewis for three. Cold-blooded three by Rashard.
His versatility and his increasing offensive numbers earned him a second All-Star appearance in Phoenix.
It was great. You know, I was not only happy that I made the All-Star team, but I was happy for Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard. There was three of us on there, and we had a real good team. We was playing well together overall as a unit. To make the All-Star team again, you know, it was a lot of fun.
As a part of All-Star Weekend, Lewis also participated in the Foot Locker three-point shootout. This was the third appearance, the first two in 2001 and 2004 as a member of the Supersonics, and in 2009 with the Orlando Magic.
That's one. Here's the second. Here's the third. The money ball. He's got to win them all. He's got to hit them.
Yeah! In an overtime one-minute shootout, Lewis fell short to former Miami Heat guard Daquan Cook.
Rashard, puck fakes and fouls, and scores! Magic win!
Kicks it out to Lewis for three, got it! You cannot leave Rashard Lewis in the corner.
You've made a lot of big shots in your career, but in the conference finals in 2009 against your now Heat teammate LeBron James, then with the Cavaliers, you delivered a game winner.
Lewis for three, yes! Orlando has taken a one-point lead.
Talk about those memories.
Something I'll never forget, especially making the finals for the first time in my career. It was a play I actually drew up for Heat-Rashard, and he passed it out to me. So when I drove to the basket, they actually played pretty good defense, and I kicked it back to Turkoglu and ran back out to the three-point line, and he passed it right back to me, and that's when I raised up to shoot the three. And I think when it went through the net, man, it was unreal because to go into Cleveland, the best team in the NBA, playing against the MVP, to win game one, it was very tough. And we felt like when we won that game that, you know, man, we may have a chance of winning this series if we come out and continue to play hard.
Lewis averaged 19 points a game in the series, and the Magic went on to defeat the Cavaliers in 6 games. Take us from the joy of winning an Eastern Conference championship to the subsequent pain of losing to the Lakers in the NBA Finals.
We was excited about playing the Lakers in the finals, especially we was going to LA. They had the home court advantage. That first game, they beat us up like big brother, little brother. Then the second game, we came out, played well, we played hard. I think we took them to overtime. We probably should have won that game, but they was just more experienced and more of a veteran team than we were.
Even though Lewis and the Magic lost to the Lakers in 5 games, making it to the finals once more is what he strives for.